Hi YouTube, I'm making this video for other people like me who are interested in gaming but don't necessarily have the time to become a gamer. I'm not a gamer, I don't pretend to be one, I'm not an expert in anything I'm going to talk about, I'm just giving my opinion, that's all it is. So if you're a hardcore gamer and you're watching this, just give me 5 stars for the benefit of it so you could rate my video, but you might want to turn it off now. But anyway, this really is for those individuals who are looking to start a gaming experience, don't have a lot of time, they don't want to invest a lot of time in grinding and everything else, and so I'm going to talk about 3 games specifically for the PC. One is Guild Wars, one is World of Warcraft, and one is Torchlight. First, Guild Wars. 2.5 years ago I started to play Guild Wars, and it was a fun game at first because it was new and exciting. I never played a multiplayer role-playing game before, and like I said, it was fun. I got to level 14, which isn't bad because Guild Wars at the time, and I think it still is, goes up to 20. So I was doing pretty well. Going up to level 14, my character wasn't too shabby, it had some good stuff, but it got boring. And the other thing I missed was it was more or less just you. So for instance, in the towns that you were in, you could communicate with other individuals, other players from around the world who were playing, but then once you went out to do a quest or a mission, it was just you. That was it. You had henchmen and heroes, and you could bring others into your party. You could, bring other players to help you defeat something, but it wasn't a really integrated community social experience like a World of Warcraft is. It's just not meant for that. And to be honest, between the grinding of just running from one kingdom to the next and run, and killing monsters, and it kind of got annoying, and it was boring. And after 14 levels of it, I just gave up and put it aside. So it's a good way to start, but I'm just warning you, you're probably going to get bored with the game before you even realize it. The next game I'm talking about is World of Warcraft. That seems to be a really cool game. I watched a friend play it once. He didn't play for very long, but from what I saw and from what I've read, and again, this is just what I've read and what I've seen, is that it's more of a social community. You're supposed to make friends in World of Warcraft and go out on raids and missions and quests, and that's the reason for it. And the other cool thing is, unlike Guild Wars, which once you go on a quest, it's just you in the environment. Here in World of Warcraft, you go out into do a quest and you're battling something. You could look over in the corner and there's another bunch of players that are killing something else. You could actually go over and help them, and so it's this big community. It's like being in a city. It's really amazing. So I was really impressed by it. But it's $15 a month. It's not a lot of money, but for someone who's busy, they don't have a lot of time, they have a family, I'm not going to spend $15 a month for something I'm going to play for maybe 10 hours or less, or maybe more if I get some time, but it's just not going to happen. So I might do it one day, but not now. So I went to a message board one day and I said, I need a game that's good for busy people. I don't want to spend hardly any money on it. I don't mind spending $30 for the initial game. I want something fun, etc. And someone wrote back. There's a bunch of other stuff people wrote, and I tried them out, and they were crap, basically. But Torchlight came up, and so I went out to the site. Graphics look really good, so I downloaded it. And let me tell you, it's addicting. It's a great game. It's a fun game. It's a great game. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. The graphics are superb. They're a bit cartoony. They're not as dramatic as World of Warcraft or Guild Wars that are very beautiful, very dramatic. This one's more cartoony, but it's not cartoonish. And what I mean by that is the graphics are cartoony, square-jawed type of thing, but you still, when you kill something, there's blood that splatters, so it's not cleansed for children. It's a good game. It's a really good game, and the drops are good. It's addictive. You do level up. It's not as complicated as World of Warcraft. For instance, I don't believe there are any professions or trades that you can do, unlike World of Warcraft. That's part of it, so it's not as complicated. It is cool. Some of the things, like you have a pet with you, and if you want to sell something, if you're in the middle of a dungeon, you want to sell something, you don't have to go all the way back to the town, sell it, and come all the way back down. You give it to your dog, and your dog goes and sells everything and brings you back the money. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, those are the 3 games. So if you're like me, if you don't have a lot of time, you're busy with work, you have kids, you're at class and school, and you just want something fun, you want to dive into it, you want to release stress, but you're not sure what to do, and you want to kind of get into the gaming world, but not quite, Torchlight is a great game. I enjoy it. I'm still playing it. I don't know what level I am in. You do level up, but it's not a fixation as it is in World of Warcraft or in Guild Wars, or at least I don't see to be as fixated on the level as I am with, you know, the armor and equipment that I'm trying to equip myself with so I could do better in the actual dungeon. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful for those newbies, for those hardcore gamers. I apologize. I know I probably butchered a lot of it in terms of some of the idiosyncrasies of all those games, but I think it's good information for a newbie. So newbies out there and people who are just getting into gaming, I would say Torchlight, definitely. Guild Wars, maybe. World of Warcraft, probably if you know, if you have $15 and you don't mind spending it, even though you're not going to have much time to play it. So that's it. Hopefully you found this helpful.